Good morning, dear students. This is Sudesh Shukla. Hope you are well. So let's start our discussion for the topic time division multiple axis. Time division multiple axis. So dear students, let me draw a figure, after which we will start our discussion. This is what I am writing. This is satellite, but I am writing here as a satellite transponder. See the Earth surface. This is the antenna associated with it. Here there are 3 blocks. Downlink. Here it is 3 antennas I'm using. Throughout uplink, and this is the, by diagram we can say that this is the figure for the principle of time division axis. Time division multiple axis. Got it? So this figure indicate the principle of TDMA. Generally in TDMA, what we say, if in a TDMA, a number of earth stations in the satellite communication network use a single carrier for transmission through a common transponder on a time division basis. तो जनरली व्हाट हैपेंस इन टीडीएमए में क्या होता है कि जो अर्थ स्टेशंस होते हैं इन द सैटेलाइट कम्युनिकेशन नेटवर्क, जितने भी अर्थ स्टेशंस होते हैं, दे यूज अ सिंगल कैरियर फॉर ट्रांसमिशन, एंड दैट transmission is done through a common transponder, and that separation is based on a time division. There is time division basis. And generally if I say कि TDMA system जो होता है, all practical TDMA systems are digital in nature. जैसा कि हमने FDMA में देखा था कि जो नेचर था that was analog, उसी तरह टाइम डिवीजन में जो नेचर है दैट इज डिजिटल. सो जनरली these earth stations transmit traffic burst in a period time frame, which is termed as a TDMA frame. And generally, it is of the order 125 microseconds. So during their traffic transmission, the earth stations have to access the entire bandwidth of the transponder. So between the transmission of individual bursts, there is a need of guard time so that the burst may not overlap. Dear students, this satellite transponder generally, it receives one burst at a time, amplifies it, and retransmit back to the earth. So every earth station may receive entire burst stream. The basic difference between TDM and TDMA is that in TDM everything comes from the same transmitter and the clock and carrier frequencies do not change. This is the basic difference. I'm repeating that in TDM everything comes from the same transmitter and the clock and carrier frequencies, they never change. But while in TDMA each frame contains a number of independent transmissions. Each TDMA station has to know when to transmit and it must be able to recover the carrier and clock for each burst in a time to sort out all wanted baseband signals. And baseband signals are nothing but the message signals, as you all are aware of it. So one advantage of TDMA is that it permits transponders TWT to operate at or near saturation, and thus it maximizes downlink, that means C by N. So TDMA would be called fixed assignment TDMA, that is FTDMA, fixed assignment TDMA. If frame time is divided into slots of fixed duration with the slots equally divided among the stations, so when the transmission time allocations are based on instantaneous traffic, the TDMA is known as demand assignment TDMA, that is DTDMA. So this DTDMA has a very high transmission efficiency, and the number of voice channels in a TDMA system is given by, and that is main formula, that the number of voice channels in a TDMA system is given by N is equals to in bracket R minus NP by T upon R. N is equals to R minus NP by T by R. So each of the term should be clear. I mean, what is R? This is voice channel bit rate. That means कि ये जो फॉर्मूला है, जो रिलेशनशिप है, इट टेल्स कि अगर आपको जानना हो कि TDMA सिस्टम में नंबर ऑफ वॉइस चैनल्स कितने हैं, तो आपको ये फॉर्मूला यूज करना होगा. एंड दिस हियर जो स्मॉल आर है डेट इज वॉइस चैनल बिट रेट, जो कैपिटल आर है डेट इज सैटेलाइट चैनल बिट रेट. व्हाट इज दिस? सैटेलाइट चैनल बिट रेट. तो कैपिटल आर को लेके कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है कि ये डिस्टेंस है या हाइट है या रेंज है. यहाँ पे जो कैपिटल आर बताएगा डेट इज सैटेलाइट चैनल बिट रेट बताएगा. फिर कैपिटल एन की बात करेंगे हम, तो दिस इज नंबर ऑफ burst. So in a number of burst in a frame, this is what capital N. So if I say about this capital P, this is number of digits in the preamble, and this T is the frame period. So let me draw one of the figure also. Let me tell you. So let me draw figure for the basic equipment blocks in a TDMA system. What generally used is, here we are using a mux, that is multiplexer, and here one block. I will let you know about this thing. There are many inputs, and it is all given to the mux. Here it is a phase modulator. So phase modulator. Here it is a preamble generator. Preamble generator. Here it is transmitter, TX, antenna, burst transmission, and here there is one diagram associated with. Here it is D marks. Then we write 2B, 2C, 2X, and again here this is from X, this is from C, this is from B. Here it is a preamble detector. To transmit and receive timing units, to transmit and receive timing units. Here this is phase demodulator. Phase demodulator. Here this is receiver, and here there is antenna, that is frame reception. This is a receive terrestrial interface module. Terrestrial interface module. This figure is basic equipment blocks in a TDMA system. So dear friends, generally in this figure shows some of the basic units in a TDMA: ground stations, and a terrestrial link coming into earth station, that is A, carrying a digital traffic address to destination stations. So generally that is terrestrial links coming into Earth Station A carrying distal traffic address to destination stations, namely B, C and X. It is assumed that bit rate is same for each terrestrial link. And in a terrestrial interface modulus, the incoming continuous bit rates signals are converted into the intermittent burst rate mode. So these individual burst mode signals are time division multiplexed in the time division multiplexer, that is this, so that the traffic for each destination station appears in its assigned time slot within a burst. At the beginning of each burst, some time slot is used to carry the timing and synchronizing information. Dear students, these time slots collectively are referred to as the preamble. So, let me write a statement. At the beginning of each burst, some time slot is used to carry the timing and synchronizing information. The timing and synchronization information. So these time slots collectively are referred to as the preamble. So complete burst is used to phase modulate the radio frequency, that is RF carrier, and at the receiving earth station, this RF carrier, this one is the receiving earth station, RF carrier is converted into intermediate frequency IF, which is then demodulated. A separate preamble detector provides timing information for transmitter and receiver along with a carrier synchronizing signal for the phase demodulator. So let's discuss about the TDMA frame structure. TDMA frame structure. So let me draw first of all a figure for the frame of this TDMA. So RB1, this is a guard time, this is RB2, when this is guard time, traffic burst 1, again this is same, traffic burst 2, this is traffic burst 10, RB1. TDMA frame. TDMA frame. This is what? A guard time. And this figure is what for TDMA frame structure. So this figure indicates a TDMA frame structure. As discussed earlier in a TDMA frame, each Earth station periodically transmits one or more bursts to the satellite, and the TDMA frame structure consists of such bursts. So there are two reference bursts, RB1 and RB2, meant for redundancy. One reference burst serves as a primary reference burst, that is PRB, primary reference burst, and the another one is SRB, secondary reference burst. So the corresponding Earth stations are known as primary reference stations, PRS. So in such case of failure of primary reference bus, that is PRS, the secondary reference bus is used to provide uninterruptible service for TDMA network. And the switch over from primary to secondary is generally automatic. These reference buses carry no traffic information, but it serves to synchronize and identify the frame, that is, they provide timely reference for all the Earth stations accessing a common satellite transponder. There are some traffic bursts which form the main part of TDMA. The corresponding Earth stations are termed as traffic stations. These bursts carry the digital information, and it may be one or more in a TDMA frame as per the requirements. The positions of traffic burst in a TDMA frame is according to burst time plan, depending upon the amount of information to be transmitted. Traffic burst may be long or short. The traffic stations detect the primary reference burst and then locate and extract the traffic burst or a portion of traffic burst meant for them. So with the precise transmit timing, no overlapping may occur. So to avoid overlapping between traffic bursts, a short guard time is provided. During this guard time, no information is transmitted, and it should be long enough to allow differences in transmit timing accuracy and the range rate variation of the satellite. So in a TDMA, minimum frame time required by a voice channel sampled at the standard 8 kHz rate is 125 microseconds. Typical frame time of Intelsat V is 2 milliseconds and Intelsat VI is 2 milliseconds or microseconds. For Telesat Canada is 250 microseconds. So students, this is what a TDMA, time division multiplexing, is. This was the frame structure of it, and from this discussion we come to know that if the data is transmitted digitally, how that data is transmitted based on the time division. So this is all for today's discussion. If you have any doubt, directly ask to me. Thank you, students. Take care of yourself.